Thinking of all of the great moments from Mark Hamill's career, if you could see one of them upgraded with an R rating, which one maybe would you just turn up to 11 and see a classic Mark Hamill moment with an R rating?
Well, wouldn't people have loved to see Luke drop the F-bomb when he found out who his father was?
We're going, we don't need roads.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I discovered something while watching The Machine that I did not know, and that is that I love R-rated Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill doing drugs. I love Mark Hamill stabbing people. I love Mark Hamill talking about sex. I love Mark Hamill dropping F-bombs. And it really makes me think about how much more I want to see R-rated Mark Hamill in my life. So thinking of all of the great moments from Mark Hamill's career, if you could see one of them upgraded with an R rating, which one maybe would you just turn up to 11 and see a classic Mark Hamill moment with an R rating?
Well, wouldn't people have loved to see Luke drop the F-bomb when he found out who his father was?
Wait, we can
no effing way, whatever.
You cut off my fucking head, man.
What do I say? No, that's not true. That's impossible. Listen, I'd forgotten a lot of what I had done in this film, and I was shocked when I dropped the MF bomb.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, was that me?
Throughout the whole movie, you're so well put together. So when it drops, it just lands that much better.
Yeah. Well, one thing that drew me to the project, besides Bert, of course, is the relationship between the father and the son. And what I find that's so clever about this script is that rather than the father being able to tame Bert and make him more like me, he winds up making me much more like him. So, this is one of those, it's escapism in the best sense of that term. And I just hope that people will go see it in the theater. It'll play so much better in a house full of other laughing people than sitting on your couch. So all I want to do is find 1,011,780 moviegoers that will see this in the theater.
Well, I'm going to go back with a beer in my hand on a Friday night. So you've got one down there, I can tell you that. So much of this movie is about legends and the fact that sometimes people can't seem to separate the legend from the real person, the machine from Bert. Each of you have both been kind of a mythical legend in your life, but you're also a real person. You're also just a guy. So I'm sort of curious, how do you guys handle when people on the street approach you and expect you to be the machine or expect you to be Luke Skywalker? And I guess, do you have to remind them, like, we're Bert and Mark?
He's better at it than me.
Well, the thing is, with Bert, what you see is what you get. It's not like Paul Rubens, who made up this character and plays Pee Wee Herman. What struck me about Bert is he's exactly the same in real life as he is on stage. He has this exuberance, this larger-than-life love of every moment. He tells really horrible jokes and laughs at them harder than anybody else. I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah. And I'll say the same about Mark. Mark is so generous with everyone having the expectation of their meeting their hero. My childhood hero is right here. He's so generous with everyone and takes the time to, like, of course, yeah, I'll tell you everything you want to know. And I mean, and then even like a moron like me, when I was like, wait, there was someone in C-3PO? And he was like, you thought that was a robot? And I was like, yeah.
I had to, just blow up his expectations. No, but it's a real gift, people say, are you sad that you're going to be remembered for that one character? I said, I didn't expect to be remembered for anything. I was just trying to make a living in an occupation I loved. So to have that happen to you, it's something you can't take for granted. And people remind you every day. It's wonderful. They feel like they know you.
I feel like I know you. And if you'll allow me one geek out moment, sir, because we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi this year. And I'd imagine on every different Star Wars film, you learn something new and fresh about Luke Skywalker. But what is something you remember discovering about him as an actor, a revelation you made that happened exclusively during your time on Return of the Jedi?
Oh, gosh. Well, it's interesting because Luke had a beginning and an end. There was no middle. Because the original trilogy was the beginning, and the sequels were the end, but there's this 30-year gap where, you know, you don't know what he did. But it was an arc, you know, it was going from a, you know, inexperienced farm boy to a trainee to someone who achieved what he wanted to achieve. So with Jedi, he was much more in control. I actually thought there was a possibility he'd go to the dark side. He got that all black outfit. He got the one black hand. I said, you know, give him a helmet. He's Dad Vader. But when I look back on those films, I just remember how fun they were to make. The crew was so great. Everybody was loving what they were doing. And it's rare that you have that sort of experience. I felt that on The Machine. This is this crazy, outrageous. It's all about escapism. I mean, it's brilliantly and epically stupid. These people get into these situations.
That's what my girlfriend says about me.
Hey, Jay.
Well, hang on to her.
So
Guys, they're giving me the rap, Mr. Kreischer. I just wanted to just tell you, I'm a fan. My friends and I have died laughing at your work, sir. And Mr. Hamill, like you're my hero. Like I have this job. I followed my dreams because you took me to a galaxy far, far away many years ago. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you for everything.
That's wonderful to hear. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you, guys. Mr. Kreischer, an honor, sir. Thank you,
Awesome,
guys.
brother. Thank you.
Bye.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.